Pizza Guy AdventurEZ episode 46. New car adventures. My first delivery in my Ford Fiesta. My feisty little sedan. I loved the Taurus. The Taurus was awesome to me. It was a great car. It was so good to me. I couldn't have asked for more out of a car. Really couldn't have. Getting hit back in February. Woo! Haha, there goes my thing. Getting hit back in February really killed it for me. That was the game breaker right there, because as you guys followed through episodes, those who've been following the show know that I was gonna probably end up having to make some kind of decision on the car based on all this paperwork for the salvage title. I knew it was gonna cost me, but I probably should have listened to myself then and went with getting this car then. But things worked out the way they did, and I'm just happy to have a car. Really couldn't be happier. Got Shalane to thank, my mom for signing the Taurus over so I could even do the deal. And it's a new era, new car. I'm gonna be starting Lyft next week, so I'm gonna see what I can do to parlay my Lyft driving into some kind of show too. Maybe my passengers will let me film them and talk about Lyft adventures. I want to call it Ezra's Lyft ticket. Haha. But in the meantime, here we go. Pizza Guy AdventurEZ. It's a new era. It's a new season because it's fall. Episode 46, September 29th, 2017, on a Friday night. So I'll keep y'all posted how this goes. I love it though. I love this car. I love it. Liggity love it. Save some money on some Gars. Holy crap, I was walking out of Domino's with my arms full of pizza, and there's a really tiny little girl walking behind her dad, and I didn't see, and I almost knocked her over, and I didn't, but I think I did freak her out a little, so I feel really bad. I gave her a fidget spinner as a token of apology, but maybe she was just really tired anyway and inconsolable. Maybe she wasn't going to be happy no matter what, because I almost knocked her over, but I didn't. Like, I was like, bam, bam, bam. Like, I stopped. I was like, oh, snap. And, like held her against my leg so she didn't fall. But, good thing I didn't. That could have ended way worse because, like, I was kind of walking quick. It happens. Guess we got to watch where I'm going better when I'm holding arms full of pizzas. Holy crap. Almost 2 hours into my first shift. It feels like I'm starting over, like, driving, because, like, today I had a apartment complex delivery where I was just couldn't find the exact apartment it was at. I had one person, they needed change for 100, and that feels like something that happens when you're first starting. Even though people needing change for 100 happens like every Friday at least once. We don't have, this is like my 7th, I've lost count of how many times I've mentioned it in my stuff here that we don't carry change for 100, but those of you watching this probably already know that, but there's a whole leap of customers out there that don't know that we don't take hundreds. And I've gotten I had 4 deliveries. I've made a total of $4 in tips so far, because 2 of the 4 have tipped. It feels like like rough start, but that's okay because I'm working on lifting and Ubering. So the thing about Ubering is, the only thing that makes me not want to Uber is there's like 3 people that are vying for the credit for me joining Uber, and I should give it to John Rakoff because he's the one who told me about Uber first. Got my buddy Matthew that I used to drive taxi with. He really went out of the way to tell me some stuff about Uber, but John did first. Like, I probably should sign up with John first because that would be the right thing to do. He got to me first, and then just take Matthew out to lunch or something, because it looks like people do both. Like in Santa Maria, people Uber, and then if they want to make money out of town, they go to SLO or Santa Barbara. And apparently the GPS app for either one, they say Uber's is better than Lyft's, but I'd probably just use Google Maps anyway. I'd probably just put the address in, but it'll help once I know the area. See, about Ubering in Santa Maria, I already know this town, so I wouldn't have to. Oh, there's another blue Fiesta just like mine. Yay! Blue Fiesta. Yeah, this thing is super fun to drive. I'm loving it. So 2 hours into my shift, man, I'm just like, I'm trying to have more fun than I'm driving, but getting these deliveries in these apartment complexes is like emotionally draining. It's like, aw. Well, I guess I should talk about people being cheap, because when I do, it usually brings me good fortune, but I don't want to jinx it, but fuck it. Like, it is the end of the month, so I know people are like struggling. I am too. But these orders people are getting are like upwards of like $55, $60, and I'm getting like nothing out of them. I've had 6 deliveries with only 2 people tip me so far. And considering that I just put like my last $8 of gas in the car, I might have to go like suck some dick after this. Like, I just may. So, haha. I cracked that joke enough to where you guys probably really think I'm sucking dick. But it is getting so bad out there that it feels like that might be the only thing that works. Well, that and Uber and lifting, but that's not tonight, and I need the money before that because I'm going to Chick tomorrow night. If you ever heard of Chick, look up a band. It's CHK, Chick 3 times. Their logo, or their name is actually just 3 exclamation points, but it got rounded down to be called Chick because people didn't know how to call a band by 3 exclamation points by name. Like when I use Ford Sync here, I have to go play artist, exclamation point, and then it'll play Chick. Awesome group though. They're like kind of a modern dance disco-ish type, like, I guess they're kind of like an upbeat version of like today's Bee Gees, except for like without the high-pitched voice. But they're better than the Bee Gees. Yeah, I said it. Well, anyway, I'm having a hard time tonight. I wanted to have fun in my first night of delivering in my new car, but all it's reminding me is that maybe I should be doing something else in my car besides delivering pizzas, which is okay. So I'm gonna pick my teeth right now. An hour and some change left on my first shift in the Ford Fiesta. I'm digging it. Love the car. People are help tipping a little bit better and such, but I think I have so much pressure on myself because I know that I have a car payment now, and as the part of the adulting world, you have to figure out how you're gonna make the payments. Even though I did have Shane co-sign with me and she said she'd help, I'm trying to be able to pay for it myself because it's primarily gonna be the car that I drive. So we'll see how things go. I'm also kind of having a little bit harder time with the AdventurEZ stuff because George wants me to do a podcast, and I feel like I could use the car as a podcast, but I have to work in too few of like little blips. I don't get to just rant. Like, I have to kind of keep things short for the car. So I don't know how well I'm gonna be able to use this platform for my podcast. And plus, as part of doing a podcast, I want to be able to interact with people and have people like chime in more on it. And that doesn't seem like it's going to be able to happen so much if I do this while I'm driving. I'm going to have to do it from my house or from somewhere that I can go live with it. So, let me know what you think. Everybody's watching and stuff. If you think you'd like to help participate in a podcast and kind of just shout some ideas around and It's supposed to be a one-topic thing, but I'm not a one-topic kind of person. I have too many things I like to talk about, which makes it being my show better than being just a podcast. But I don't know if I should just do a one-topic thing or do my show. And I see all these other people on Facebook or whatever podcasts just blabbering, and I'm like, I should get away with blabbering like I am right now. Pizza Guy AdventurEZ episode 46, the new car. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it as always. And I appreciate it even more so because I need to end up all over the place. I'm gonna need to make some more money to pay for this thing, and hopefully I can parlay the YouTube into this or something. I'm all over the place, and even more so delivering pizzas now because I need to be. But I appreciate you guys tuning in once again. Yeah, I'm pretty exhausted. Well, not super exhausted. I'm just kind of trying to pay attention to what I'm doing here while I'm driving, because I want to get to Shalane's house and just gets to grubbing and playing some Xbox, because I haven't really got to play much because I've been doing videos and talking to people and all kinds of stuff. But anyway, sorry if it was kind of a boring episode. I'm just getting used to driving the car, and it wasn't too exciting of a night. Like, I didn't make that great of cash, and I know that doesn't. I should be trying to look for, like, say, hey, you know what? At least I get to cruise around and get paid just driving and this and that. But sometimes that's not enough because this is my job, and if I don't make that much money, it's kind of like, shit. So, but hopefully tomorrow's better. I'm working in the afternoon tomorrow, 1 to 7, and then after that, it's on to the Ezra chick adventure. Hopefully, I'll see what I can do to try to get the camera in. But if I don't, that's okay, because then I get to enjoy the show. Like, I enjoyed the Black Siege and Jurassic 5 shows because I got to meet each of them and hang out. But it is kind of hard holding this camera the whole time. Luckily, people have been watching the 2 posts of the shows I did, and it's kind of paid off, at least for me, in terms of, yay, I did something people appreciate. Thank you again. So till next time, deuces and trays, keep it easy, my Pacos. Fiesta.